Hello and welcome to another Popper video. Today we're playing All That Glitters again, but it's not Glitter Affinity, it's just Glitter's Toolbox Wild deck. This deck I'm calling Glitter Ephem. This comes to us from chenjesu is what I'm going to say his name is, but he is a person that's been on the Familiars Discord and talking about using Glitters playing Heliod's Pilgrim. So Heliod's Pilgrim enters the battlefield and you can search your library for an aura card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. So this fetches the All That Glitters, right? Heliod's Pilgrim for All That Glitters, that's a pretty cool thing to do. Now we also have ephemerate, so you can ephemerate the Heliod's Pilgrim, get more All That Glitters. So it's sort of, that's the toolbox, but the additional toolbox cards are one lifelink, one aqueous form, and one wind zendikon. So obviously our All That Glitters is the main card of the deck, but we can use these extra things to get extra value. So it says creature can't be blocked. Whenever a enchanted creature attacks, scry one. So you can just, dome your opponent. That's pretty sweet. Lifelink obviously is good. And Wind Zendikon can turn your bridge into a creature with flying. And then it says when enchanted land dies, return that card to its owner's hand. That's probably not that useful, but it's fine. Plus we have Muldrifter Ephemerate. That's also not going to be happening a lot, but it is decent. Muldrifter Ephemerate draws a ton of cards. We have Thoughtcast also to draw a ton of cards. And we have Modern Age, which can pitch prismatic strands or your extra lands when you're flooding out. And it's supported by the Thraben Inspector package. Not 8 inspectors here, it's just 6 inspectors, but that's still a pretty good amount. Then we have Dawnbringer Cleric, which can gain life or destroy an enchantment or exile a card from a graveyard. And that works pretty well with Ephemerate because we can keep getting value off of that. And then there's Springleaf Drum for a little bit of ramp with your early game creatures. So this deck is not my idea, but I got really wrecked by it before, so we're going to try it out. Just try to have a good time and just punk people out with our Heliod's Pilgrim. It seems pretty cool. So the interaction in the deck is 3 individual 1-ofs with Dispel, Spell Pierce, and Blacksmith's Skill to keep people guessing, with more skill and lose focus in the graveyard for interaction, as well as Spell Pierce and Dispel, a Flaring Pain, Obsidian Acolyte, a Standard Bearer, Holy Light, Prismatic Strands. This deck is all over the place. Psionic Gift is interesting. It says enchanted creature has tap, deals 1 damage to any target. So you can bring that in against fairies, maybe, where you can just tutor it up with your Heliod's Pilgrim and then start making your creature be able to ping down all the fairies. I like that. So if you're interested in checking out sideboard guides for the decks that I like to play, like Familiars, Poison Storm, or Altertron, definitely check out the Patreon, which is patreon.com/kalikaiz. Check out Pondering Popper. I'm trying to put out a new episode every week, and that's in the description below as well. And make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel. And if you leave a comment and let me know what you thought, then it helps me pick out the kind of decks that might be interesting to watch. And this video is brought to us by cardmarket.com, Europe's largest Magic the Gathering seller. So check them out if you want to build this crazy deck and make sure that you can make your battle box something that is super awesome for you and your friends and maybe build up your own Pauper community. That's it for me. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. Okay, round 1, we're on the play. We're playing first. So we have 2 lands and 2 inspectors, 2 ephemerates, and a Thoughtcast. Okay, I'm keeping. Let's lead on the blue land and pass the turn. Then we'll go Inspector. Turn 2, we'll have another Inspector into Thoughtcast. So that's, well, that'll be turn 3, right? Because turn 2 is an Inspector, turn 3 is Inspector Thoughtcast. Snow-covered forest, huh? You gonna Ponza my lands? Not today. I got lands for days. Feels good. All right, let's play a Thraben Inspector, play another bridge that they can't blow up. Love it. Let's see if we can wreck this Ponza player. They're going to bring in Deglammers and stuff post-board, likely. 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. Thoughtcast is 1. I'm trying to build up to Drifter Ephemerate here, because that's a huge play. And I forgot to update the art on my Muldrifters. Sad. Okay, would you like the Thermokarst? I guess that ramps you. Or Acid Moss would ramp. There's a Llanowar Visionary for our opponent. And passes the turn. That's right. We have Prismatic Strands. With a Novice Inspector. Now we can Thoughtcast for 1 mana. Did not draw land, so let's pass. Unfortunate. We do have lifelink, so they're probably going to play the Avenging Hunter. Ephemerate doesn't do very much on the Novice Inspector. Play a Llanowar Visionary. So if they attack with the Visionary, I can just double block it with the Novice Inspectors and kill it. They have 2/3 mana now. Looks like they're going to hold up a Scred. Do I want to make them use it? No. Like, I don't want to get totally blown out. Play another Thoughtcast. We got Inspectors for days. Too many Inspectors. Alright. So now we can triple block a Llanowar Visionary, and they will not be able to kill it with the Scred. They could play, like, some big creature. Okay, it's going to be an Annoyed Allosaur here. They're going to cascade into a Scred. Okay. 1 Inspector is down. Not drawing lands is definitely a big problem for us. We can just go ahead and kill this thing. Fine, I think. Still nothing, huh? Draw a card. Looking for lands. Another bridge. Okay, so all their removal is... Let's get rid of the strands. All their removal is damage based. So we can Heliod's Pilgrim. And then we can put all the glitters on the Thraben Inspector, ephemerate the Pilgrim, get the aqueous form, and then just one-shot them with the Thraben Inspector. They get in for 6. Okay. Taps the forest. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time to live here. Avenging Hunter. Yeah, probably not. Well, we can strands on green next turn. Okay. Yeah, let's pass. They find a mountain. I'm pretty afraid that they're going to have... there's another bridge. Play the Pilgrim. 5, 11. We're going to get all that glitters. I think we're going to die because... Well, they already used 1 Scred, right? I'd kind of just have to assume they don't have it. Can't play around it. If I draw another land, I can all that glitters, aqueous form, and lifelink. Oh, they're going scry. Okay, so we're not necessarily dead here. They go top, top, bottom. 5. So they're attacking for 11. I'm going to have to say okay. Take 11. Go to 1. I don't think they have lightning bolts in their deck. Playing another Allosaur. Okay. Revealing another Avenging Hunter. Alright, alright, alright. You have an Avenging Hunter. That would be really hilarious if we could pull this out. Okay, they get to go into the Undercity and go into Stash. Yep. Yep. You're going into Arena. Probably Arena. Okay, they're arenaing the Thraben Inspector. Okay. Alright, here we go. All the glitters on the Thraben Inspector. Resolves. We will lifelink the Thraben Inspector. Play another Thraben Inspector. Or we could just play the Ephemerate. Okay. So it's a 9-10. We can make it a 9-11. If we attack, we have a lot of damage. Alright, let's see what happens. Send. They're untapping. Really? Got me there, I guess. Did not expect that. Ponza with the main deck wilt. Bummer. So, Blacksmith skill protects my land, right? Yep. Alright, we want all those. Get rid of Dispel and Spell Pierce. Maybe we want to lose focus as well over the strands. And then I don't think I need Wind Zendikon. But I think Lifelink is pretty good. Muldrifter maybe is too slow. Cleric is probably too slow as well. Get rid of this Muldrifter. Alright, so we have 4 counter spells. Honestly, if I had not just lost so fast there, then I wouldn't have lost. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I got mana screwed. Getting mana screwed against Ponza when your lands are indestructible. Very sad. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay. I'll keep this one and put back the Ancient Den or the Ephemerate. Guess it's the Ancient Den. And we're hoping for no Deglaimers, I suppose. Play land, play another land. We can turn 3 the Heliod's Pilgrim. They have an Arbor Elf. Play a land. Pass the turn. They've got 4 mana now. I wonder if they took out all of their regular land destruction. That'd be kind of nice. So we can cast Thoughtcast for 2 mana. Oh, cast into the fire also works, I guess. Good for you. Second, and then do Glamour. You know what? Ponza. Ponza's just not my friend. We're gonna go to round 2. You know, congrats to them though. They did the thing. We'll see you there. We're here in round 2. We're starting 0-1. That's okay though. We're versus Wusnade. And I think it's probably gonna be a burn matchup. We'll find out. Let's keep this. We have Ephemerate Drifter. It is burn. So I'm probably gonna go. Springleaf Drum doesn't help me very much. I'm gonna cycle this for a plains. Pass the turn. And then I have to go probably Springleaf Drum. Then play the Dawnbringer Cleric the next turn. You have to Dispel to counter their stuff, or Ephemerate. They get in for 3. I don't want to just jam the Dawnbringer Cleric out and let it die, because it's going to be getting me a lot of value. They have Kuldotha Rebirth on the Blood Token. No, Implement of Combustion. Okay, so now I have Springleaf Drum into Inspector, into Springleaf Drum. Oh man, I have a really sweet play I can do maybe here. Let's see if it works out. Plays a Synth, finding a Chain Lightning. I can Chain Lightning my Inspector. Darn, so that's not going to work out for me. Get in. Okay. I think I have to just Dawnbringer Cleric here. Gain 2 life. Passing the turn. We can Ephemerate the Cleric to gain more life. But I really wanted to go evoke the Moldrifter, tap the Moldrifter for white, Ephemerate the Moldrifter. That would have been sick. They have a Kuldotha Rebirth. So I'm going to be dead to the Bushwhacker, of course. Fancy play. Let's see. So this is 1,000,000 damage. 6. Okay. Ephemerate this and gain 2 life. We have 2. I mean, I'm just not going to... We'll see what happens. This is 12, 15, 16, 17 exactly. God. Holy Light and Strands, maybe? Dispel and Spell Pierce seem bad. Wind Zendikon. Bring in the Blacksmith skills. Wow. So this deck did 5-0. I think it just comes down to knowing how to play it. Raven Inspector and Glitters is good. Guess I just try to make that happen. With damage-based removal, they can't do anything if I can Glitters at turn 2. We go for a Blast Runner. Let's make our thing... Oops. Make our thing huge. And attack for 5. Play Synthesizer. Okay, finding a Mountain. Plays another Blast Runner. Gets in for 1. It's a race. I'll play my red land. It probably doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. And we'll attack for 7. So this next turn I have Strands, and then I can Strands again if they don't kill the Novice Inspector. Obviously turn 2 Glitters is pretty solid, no matter what you're doing. Tomb Raider into land. Chain Lightning on my guy. Okay. Beginning with everything. That's pretty risky. And play Novice Inspector, you're dead? Okay. I guess they felt like they had to go for it. We win a game. Yes. I think that's all I can do. Same stuff. We have the exact same start. Let's try it. Inspector, all the glitters, prismatic strands maybe. You play a blast runner. Everybody's doing the same exact thing every time. Land inspector. How scary is this for you? Will you kill it? Plays a implement. You're gonna leave up their removal spell. I'll play a plains and attack you for 1. Then I can crack the clue. Next turn, prismatic strands. And then after that, I can glitters my creature with prismatic strands backup, maybe. I can get the heliod pilgrim into play. Let's see, we take 3. Pilgrim can get me lifelink. Plays a Tomb Raider. There's a 1-2. Let's draw a card. I have a Springleaf Drum. So let's go land into Springleaf Drum. Pass the turn. I'm gonna Galvanic Blast my creature. Just ephemerate it. We'll lose the ephemerate here, most likely. Plays an Epicure. So they can get in for 5 now. Okay, they have a Bushwhacker. Pretty bad. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Taking it. Go to 5. Draw a card. Dawnbringer Cleric's good. I'll ephemerate this thing. Investigate. Play a land. Play a novice inspector. And then I'm going to use the prismatic strands this turn. They are going to draw a card. I realize now that I'm dead to double bolt in hand. I'm going to double block this thing and then cast the prismatic strands. The single bolt? Do you have the double bolt? Nope. Okay. So we have to... We can play the Dawnbringer Cleric, gain some life. Go to 4. Another strands. Okay. Cleric. Go to 4 life. And then pass again. I think we could get here. I think we could take it down. Alright. We have glitters. Let's play all the glitters on the Novice Inspector. They let that slide. So we're going to chill and then hold up Prismatic Strands. Going to try to Heliod's Pilgrim to get the lifelink. We can beat 1 removal spell, so we're going to draw a card. Trying to find enough to play all this in 1 turn. Play a Thoughtcast. Another Pilgrim. We can Modern Age pitch the Prismatic Strands. Land. So that gives me 2 answers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think I'm gonna pass the turn. Okay, Implement puts me dead to Bolt. Okay, never mind. They have a Kuldotha Rebirth. Not dead to Bolt. Dead to double blast. Play a land. So they only have 1 card in hand. So here I can Prismatic Strands and then they're dead, I think, because oh no, they won't be dead because I can get the lifelink, but they won't be necessarily dead. I have the Aqueous. I have something to do. They can give me this stuff, I think, right? Prismatic Strands on red. Okay, let's think this through. 1, 2, 3. Play Pilgrim. Aqueous form means can't be blocked, right? So it'll be 9. I think we can 20 them here. The Aqueous form. This. TKO! Glitters. Alright, that feels good. Not gonna lie. Take 21. That was cool. Alright, I feel good about that. We're 1-1. Let's go to round 3. We are here in round 3 versus Pat O Presidente. So he usually plays Poison Storm, or has been lately. Spell Pierce can help for a moment's peace. And we probably want to go like tap land, play a Thraben Inspector, play a Pilgrim, and then try to go for all the glitters and Spell Pierce later. Otherwise, doesn't do very much, but that is our main plan. We'll find out what they're on. If they're on red, then we have Dawnbringer Cleric to gain a little bit of life, which can be good. I think still just playing the tap land first is the most important thing. I will keep. Yep, okay, Poison Storm for the opponent. If Aqueous Form doesn't do very much. Maybe the plan should be to Inspector plus Aqueous Form, then we can get this Scry 1. That makes sense. Land, play Thraben Inspector. So we have 3 artifacts. Aqueous Form, and your turn. They have Muddle and Mixture sometimes, which can't counter this because it counters instants and sorceries. See if they have any green mana. There you go. Probably plays a Pentad Prism here. You can go Pentad Prism into Proliferation and have a ton of mana, so my Spell Pierce is pretty weak. Weak sauce. We can use Dawnbringer Cleric to clear a Moment's Peace at some point, potentially. They play Experimental Augury, so they have not yet gotten me with a poison. We're looking for poison, potentially. Play our Seed of the Synod, play Heliod's Pilgrim. Grabbing the glitters. And I can attack, scry 1. So Thraben Inspector, that's fine. On top. So this turn we'll go all that glitters, bridge, Thraben Inspector. Puts a lot of power on the table. Then we're looking for ephemerate so we can get another glitters. What are you doing with 3 mana? Another Pentad Prism? Oh man, they could easily kill us now. They have a Surgeon's Insight, draw 3 cards. They're proliferating. They get back the mana on the Pentad Prism. Really nice. But no poison yet. Alright, so let's lead on all that glitters. So here's the question. Do I want to play the island, glitters, hold up Spell Pierce so that they have to burn these? I doubt that they'll Moment's Peace at this time. I'm losing 1 damage if I don't play the Thraben Inspector first. Let's play the bridge. Then I was like trying to hold up white mana. Obviously I can just keep my duel open. All the glitters. Attack you for 9. Try. Don't want that. That's pretty sweet. We're gonna go to 10. We'll play a Thraben Inspector post-combat. Now they're looking to chain into a big Weather the Storm. Might just cast another Vivisurgence Insight. Oh, they have Lorien Revealed to lead it off. It's a 9, now 8 cards in hand after playing a tap land. There's a Lotus Petal. They're likely going to Weather the Storm here. Prologue, now I'm poisoned. Contentious Plan proliferates. So post board we want Flaring Pain and Dispel likely. Lotus Petal again. Thirsting Roots. Spell Pierce is pretty dead. Paying 5 mana, they're going to Insight once again. You were too slow. Here comes a Weather the Storm, gain 1 million. So they've got 34 life. I'm going to start with a Crack a Clue. Put a lifelink on this. They land. Attack. That just basically gives me a little bit of value. I'm going to bottom the bridge. Draw a card. I should have drawn a card after. That was a mistake. I thought I had already smacked in. Whoops. So now we just kind of let them do their thing. You have to comment so that we see the whole thing happening. Poison Storm's a pretty fun deck. They're drawing 3 cards with Vivisurgence Insight. On me, I'm just a little sleepy. It's not the deck, it's just me. They're tapping for more mana. Now we're at 6. We only have 10 damage. If I somehow find all that glitters, maybe I could one-shot them this turn, but they'd have to not have a fog. They clearly don't have another Weather the Storm in hand. Play a tap land. Play a cleric. None of this matters. I will exile the card. Just adding to the table here. Exile another card. Getting rid of your Weather the Storm also doesn't matter. We have some pretty clear cuts post board at least. Finding a Drifter. I can draw us 2 more cards. 1, 2, 3. I guess I top that. No Moment's Peace for the opponent. So it's highly unlikely that we live through this. I guess I should, you know, I have F6 on, but at some point they may go low, in which Spell Pierce might be okay, but probably not. Another Pentad Prism. They only need 2 more spells here. All right. 1 more spell after Thirsting Roots. Thought they, yeah, they did proliferate me last turn. Do you have it? Did you flood out? Rain Revealed. Finally get there. Okay. Just the waiting and watching it all to happen is kind of boring, but that's okay. We're gonna get rid of Prismatic Strands, the Blacksmith Skill. These don't matter. Lifelink doesn't matter. So we can bring in Lose Focus, Dispel, Spell Pierce. Think of all the spells, maybe Aqueous Form is the best for the Scry. All right, let's do it. So we have a lot of blue interaction, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I feel like I need to have an opening hand with Springleaf Drum in order to go off. So maybe maybe the Mole Drifters are just too cute. It should be on 8 Inspector, 4 Drums, just to go quicker. That's my initial thoughts here. Mole Drifter is cool, but I don't know. Hasn't really helped us that much. I like the Modern Age. And the Prismatic Strands were sweet. Okay, we're on the play. We have the Springleaf Drum. Ephemerate, Dawnbringer Cleric. We can maybe use the Thoughtcast. Let's keep this. Go Ancient Den, Springleaf Drum, turn 2 Dawnbringer Cleric. But that doesn't really get us anywhere. So maybe we just play the tap land and then the Cleric turn 2 and then turn 3 Springleaf Drum Thoughtcast. It's a very clunky start for me, for sure. Opponent keeps 7. Oh no, we kept 7. My bad. Play my tap land and pass. Okay, creature on the table. Gain 2 life. This is kind of neat because we can now Springleaf Drum into the Pilgrim, and that can get me all the glitters. Springleaf Drum, play the Heliod's Pilgrim. Yep, get the glitters. They have a Pentad Prism. Parental Augury. So we want 2 glitters on the Dawnbringer Cleric. They could have a moment's peace here. We have double glitters right now. All right, land, glitters. Maybe they have a counterspell. Second one, attack for 13. Okay, they take 13 and go to 7. Nice little start. Just making a huge bogle. We have Thoughtcast to lead. I really don't know what answer they have other than Moment's Peace or killing us. They have Infectious Inquiry, so that we're poisoned. There's a land. Thirsting Roots. And now they have 6 mana, 7 mana. If they're going to tap and do like a Weather the Storm here, they're dead to my ephemerate on the Heliod's Pilgrim. We have to determine if they're going to leave up the Weather the Storm or the Moment's Peace. If they were going to weather, they probably would weather right away. They discard a Woodlot to the Compulsive Research. I think they're probably going to play a Weather the Storm here. Yep. Okay. So we can Moment's Peace check them. Have the Flaring Pain too. Okay. Ephemerate. So I'm going to tap this. Go Ephemerate here. What a rip too. Unbelievable. Grab all the glitters. Play all the glitters. 22. Dang. Play Thoughtcast. Alright, I'll attack you. Send. Be kind of unfortunate if they have the Moment's Peace, but we do have double Flaring Pain for the next turn. I wonder what I want to do here. I think I just Ephemerate the Pilgrim. We're going to get rid of their 2 petals for the Moment's Peace. And then I'm going to Ephemerate my Heliod's Pilgrim. Grabbing a bunch of artifacts, all the glitters. They've got a Pentad Prism, 3 cards in hand. So they're likely going to die. Did we kill them on one of the turns? I think we lost game 1. This is game 2, I believe. Right, okay, game 2. Just feels like forever. Alright, what are they doing? They're going to Vivisurgent's Insight. Oh, Lorien Revealed, okay. So even if they weather, they're dead here. The Contentious Plan. We have 3 mana here, 1, 2, 3, and Flaring Pain. So we can go Augury's Form, Glitters, you're dead. Experimental Augury trying to kill us this turn. Could happen, it could happen. Probably unlikely. They'd have to just chain 2 mana proliferation for quite a while. Oh my goodness, that was brutal. Alright, fine. Alright. We grab the glitters or the Aqueous Form. Alright, don't do anything. That really stinks. We have a Spell Pierce. I'm gonna exile the Moment's Peace. I did not even play around. I forgot that they would have the Anoint with Afflictions. Did not even see that coming. Glitters. Yeah, that was bad for sure. I think they're gonna win, obviously. Like, completely wrecked. Did not see that coming. Should have checked their list. I could have left in stuff like Blacksmith's Skill instead. If we drawn anything other than a Spell Pierce, we could have been okay. We play a Lorien Revealed, Lotus Petal, Thirsting Roots. Man, we were 1 damage away from killing them. They weather for a large amount. Okay. I will attack you. Bottom. Spell Pierce not very good. So we have to just hope that they have nothing, basically. Looks like they're going to scry and then cast a draw spell. They went bottom. Contentious Plan. We go to 8 poison. Can you do it? Not this turn. Slowly get attacked by my... They have like 4 turns to win. Play Thoughtcast. We have a Loose Focus. Not that useful. Play Modern Age. Discard Spell Pierce. And attack for 9. I'm going to top this one. Gives me more blue mana. Hopefully they just continue to flood out. Play a land. That's encouraging for me. Pass the turn. We're going to draw and discard. Dispel. Okay, let's discard the Flaring Pain. Play land. Play a Thoughtcast. Another Pilgrim or Muldrifter. Pilgrim doesn't do anything. Right now, we have Dispel and a Loose Focus, but the Loose Focus doesn't really do anything. Let's play the Muldrifter. Attack for 11. Sure, I'll take a threat that's also giving me an artifact. So we can dispel a lot of their proliferation spells. Like, we win. Yes. Okay. Maybe the Loose Focus. Maybe Dawnbringer Cleric just doesn't do anything. so we can bring in some blacksmith skills. It is another threat. 6, 7, 8. Obsidian Acolyte also cannot be anointed. Guess I want that. Alright, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna hope and pray. I can't believe it. I really thought that they had it there. They have only 10 minutes left. Finish the match. Sometimes this happens. I think I'll keep this. Play a tap land, play this Modern Age, pitch the Ash Barrens. We have Ephemerate and Pilgrim. So things are looking decent. Play the Modern Age, discard the Ash Barrens. Probably just discard the other Modern Age here. Okay, we're poisoned now from their prologue. So they could just go Thirsting Roots and then proliferate, or they can play a blue proliferation spell and then they have the scary back. Experimental Augury, they've got the scary going. They pass the turn. Don't need all these ephemerates. Aqueous Form also doesn't do very much, but it does give me a +1 damage and scries. Bottom, I'll get rid of the ephemerate, play the pilgrim. We'll grab the all the glitters and pass. I think we just lead on Thoughtcast. No, we can't because we don't have enough artifacts. Darn. It happens to mana. 5 mana. They're going to cast Vivisearch and Insight. Okay. What do we do here? I draw a bridge. So now I can bridge and Thoughtcast. I think I want to just glitters while the glitters is good. Swing out. Take 7. Makes my ephemerate less good. I can use the ephemerate maybe to save it later. If they have a black land. They're going to compulsive research. No, muddle the mixture for a Pentat Prism. Oh, Moment's Peace. Interesting. So I guess we're going to Thoughtcast looking for some interaction for the Moment's Peace, because if we have like a loose focus, no, that won't work. It would be annoying for them. Flaring Pain is really what I'm looking for. Another Pilgrim. Play Thoughtcast. We have another Glitters. I'll play this bridge. Attack you. Cast the Moment's Peace. Pretty expected. So I already have the glitters in hand, so pilgriming for the glitters doesn't do very much. Let's play the Modern Age and discard the Aqueous or the Rustvale Bridge. Discard Ephemerate. Play Novice Inspector. They prologue me. We're at 4 poison. So right now they can cast Moment's Peace without losing their land. They have a Pentat Prism, so they can do it again. The Contentious Plan, now they have Moment's Peace available. So we need a counterspell or some way to get through like Flaring Pain. They're at 13 life. We have enough damage to kill them if they tap out. They have an Experimental Augury. So they have 7 mana now available. Potentially they'll go like maybe Weather the Storm thinking that they're clear and then I can just glitters kill you. Of course, that also is based on them not having another Anoint with Affliction. If they tap out and they Anoint with Affliction my creature, then we can... No, we can't do anything. I thought I had the other guy in play. They Compulsive Research, so they have 4 mana available. Are you going to Moment's Peace? They're going to hold up Moment's Peace. They might Moment's Peace on upkeep, in which case, like, you could crack a clue looking for the Flaring Pain or a counterspell. They use a Weather the Storm. Okay. So this is pretty tight. Oh, they play another Pentat Prism. That's not great for me. Now Weather the Storm. Okay, so they cannot cast the Moment's Peace from the graveyard. 31 life. In discard, I guess it's going to be the Pilgrim. As Thoughtcast. Play a land. Play Springleaf Drum. Play Thraben Inspector. Play all that glitters on my Novice Inspector. Play Aqueous Form. And attack for 32. Bottom. And we win! Alright. Was weirdly not satisfying, but I'm glad to win, so we'll go to round 3. Okay. I like this hand, I think. Depends what we're up against. We're up against glitters. Most likely. We have Prismatic Strands, Dominator Cleric for their glitters. Interesting. Win Zendikon. Let's play Ancient Den. Pass the turn. Okay. Black-white's going to be a problem. We're going to have to one-shot them. Play a land. I'll pass. Play an Inspiring Overseer. But we have to try to get to the point where they don't know what's going on and we just kill them. Let's play Thoughtcast. 7 cards. All right, we can discard the prismatic strands. So Zendikon double glitters. That costs 5 mana. Right? We have triple glitters. Play Dawnbringer Cleric. Pass the turn. Actually, they're going to try to kill my creature, so I'll ephemerate it. Save it. Need some more life. I'm just trying to get them to have to like tap low, and then I can slam in. I have a Tithing Blade. Yep. Another Core Skyfisher picking up the Tithing Blade. How do I beat that? I think Aqueous Form wins Zendikon, get all crazy with it. We need things that draw cards. Pass. We need Thraben Inspectors. Or Muldrifter would be good. More Thoughtcasts or anything else. Play an Inspiring Overseer going to 22. It's in. We have another bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be 2, 2. Not lethal is what it is. Our opponent plays a Lembas and Scribe's Bottom. You're going to pay 4 mana or something. There's another Inspiring Overseer. They're just like full on defense. Plays a Glinhawk. Going wide. So do I have anything for this matchup? Acolyte and Blacksmith skill maybe? But you still have to get on the board to beat all the Tithing Blades. A Novice Inspector. And then draw a card. Spell Pierce doesn't really do anything. Tithing Blade. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. They swing out. This is my chance. We're at 2. I have to not have a creature. I have a Lembas. I need an untapped land. They have to have no creature, and I have an untapped land. Tap land. Land. Win Zendikon. Glitters. How big is it? They can't cast down. It's indestructible. Oh, Disfigure. Darn. We got wrecked. So I guess the Obsidian Acolyte we need. I think we want the Blacksmith skills, maybe? I think the Lifelink doesn't need to be there. Spell Pierce. Dispel doesn't need to be there. Wind Zendikon doesn't do too much. Aqueous Form is pretty solid. Try it that way. Alright, we're on the play. We need lots of creatures and lands, but we don't have any of those. We don't know lands. Alright, keep back the Ephemerate. Land pass. This next turn it's Springleaf Drum into Thraben Inspector. Or we can just play Cleric. Cleric is the most mana use. Is Cleric the most mana efficient? Play the Cleric. Gain some life. Next turn we have Springleaf Drum into Inspector into Glitter's attack. And then they can cast down the creature. They can't like edict it away. I'll at least take a chunk of damage. And Springleaf Drum. Play my Thraben. And then I'm going to Glitters my creature and attack for a decent amount. Then they're priced into having cast down. Attack for 7. So do you have a cast down in hand? Disfigure doesn't do it. They could go Disfigure plus Edict. They have the cast down. Okay. Draw a card. Springleaf Drum. Ancient End. We need more Thrabens. Why am I only playing 6? Let's send. You go to 12. They're going to Tithing Blade my creature? No. They play a 2/1 flyer. Dust to Dust. Okay. I'll attack you again. I kind of have plenty of mana at this point. I don't think Dust to Dust was very useful. They're at 11. Tithing Blade my guy. This is just not working out. Lembas. Okay. They get to Scry. They go bottom. They're looking for creatures. They Bajuka Bog me. Because they just have that as a tap lane in their deck that they have to use. Play a Thraben. Draw a card in case we draw a tap land. Yep. Pass the turn. Now they can Glinhawk, Tithing Blade me again. Get a 2/2. There's the Glinhawk. The play patterns, I guess I just memorized. That's fine. Okay, Thraben Inspector's dead. Bye, my friend. And pick up the Bajuka Bog or pick up the Vault of Whispers. That makes a lot more sense. All right, play a land. At this point, I don't think there's any way for us to win. I don't want to die the slow death. Only 11 more turns, guys. We're at 20. Okay, Thoughtcast. Play Bridge. Your turn. They're going to Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Vault of Whispers. I think I would have sacrificed the Limbus, because the Limbus just goes back into the deck. It's not like you need it, but I guess they want to pick it up here so that they can reuse it. That makes sense in some way. Limbus again. I'm feeling happy that they have a slightly bigger clock now. Get a little bit... I feel like we're super dead. I'm going to ride it out. Okay, Springleaf Drum. Pass the turn. Maybe I didn't need to play the Springleaf Drum. Maybe it was better just to put the Seed of Synod in play. I'm trying to think, like, which is more effective? If they have Dust to Dust, I don't know. Limbus again. Gets in for 4. We're going to go to 14. Okay, we've got a Thoughtcast. Draw 2. Looking for a Drifter. Did not find a Drifter. I can Dawnbringer Cleric. Gain some life. If they have another Tithing Blade, I'm dead. I'm holding the Seed of the Synod in case I draw a Modern Age. Tithing Blade again. Alright. 2 free. 2 free. I don't have enough creatures. Need way more card draw. That's okay. I'm almost dead. Come on, you can do it. I'm at 8. I'm at 10. Only 2 more attacks. I'm rooting for the opponent over here. They have a Limbus. Goes bottom. And a Novice Inspector. I'm going to draw a card. Find a Modern Age. Play the Modern Age. Discard the Ash Barrens. And say go. We're currently at 10, right? But they're at 11. They Deadly Dispute. The Tithing Blade. Looking for another way to pick up their Tithing Blade and sacrifice my creature. Could also just not attack with everything. They have another Tithing Blade. Okay, GG. Let's go to the last round. I gotta make those play points back. Alright, we're in round 3. We have very odd hand. I still think I can keep it, actually. But I'm keeping my one-lander, one-land prey kind of hand. And our opponent's on blue. Play Bridge. They're brainstorming. So if they're on, like, blue-black, or blue-red, blue-black has cast down for removal. Probably no edicts. Because Wind Zendikon could go the distance. If they're brainstorming, so it makes me think that they don't have, like... We'll have to find out. They're brainstorming now. They did not upkeep Shuffle. Going right to their main phase. Volatile Fjord. Okay. Play land. Play Springleaf Drum. Spell Pierce. Okay. So now I'm going to make this into a creature. Because they can't deal with it. They have barely any flyers. I have an indestructible 2/2. I'm going to go the distance. I'm going to draw exactly all the glitters and then beat them down with my land. That would be awesome. On. They'll have cast into the Fire Post board though. Get an island. Right. I'm going to play Modern Age here. I would like more lands. Probably Counterspell. Fine. They play the Monarch, I'll attack. No Monarch. Play Modern Age again. Counterspell again. Opponent. Come on. No lands. Alright, let's play a Thraben Inspector. Do you have a Counterspell again? Not this time. They killed a Thraben Inspector. It was very scary. Very scary person. They play a land, finally. 4 cards in hand. 2, 3. You can Thoughtcast for 2 mana. Oh my god, the 1-land hands. They've got the Murmuring Mystic, so now my plan of having this beat that is not great. But let's see what I want to do. I can play the Pilgrim right now and get all the glitters. And then I can ephemerate the Pilgrim for the Aqueous form and then just beat them down. They scred my Pilgrim. Okay, fair enough. You gonna attack for 1? Attack for 1. Okay. We're at 19. A land. Put all the glitters on my creature. Another counterspell. Opponent is rolling in it. Crushing me. Bummer. I replicate the loose focus just in case. Because I could have a dispel. Yep, now that you've got 3 power on the table, and then I'll just go ahead and play a Thoughtcast. Turn 8, we have very few resources here. Raven Inspector, we got an ephemerate. Looking for lands. Play Azure Fleet Admiral. So maybe I can find Aqueous Form here. If I find a land, I can pilgrim into Aqueous Form, take the monarchy. What? They're just gonna let me have it? Play Springleaf Drum. Play Raven Inspector. I'll attack you. That's odd. I don't understand. I'll just ephemerate my Raven Inspector then. Find me all the glitters. I have a ponder. So Raven Inspector for we have prismatic strands. We could try to find a way to discard the prismatic strands, and then we'll be protected from blue for a turn. I can try going Heliod's Pilgrim for Aqueous Form to attack in. I'm making a bunch of birds. Choose to not shuffle. They attack for 3. 6. Attacks for 6. Okay. We go to 10. And now they have 4. Can't really afford to attack them. Let's ephemerate the Raven Inspector. Not find any lands to save my life. Hexproof and indestructible, huh? Play the Heliod's Pilgrim. We're gonna grab the Aqueous Form. Put that on my bridge. The last counterspell. Oh no, there's one more counterspell in the deck. Cool. Yeah, now I don't feel so bad. Sometimes when you pick up a brew from somebody else, you're like, how do they ever win? In reality, do you ever win with this deck? How do you do this? Let's get rid of these prismatic strands. We're gonna lose focus. And Unmarried Cleric's not that necessary. Maybe a Spell Pierce. It's a lot of interaction. Oh, the lifelink I don't need. Don't need the lifelink. Lexus Spill. A bunch of like interaction. Zendikon, Aqueous Form. Just running out of lands just constantly. Really hard to figure out what to keep. So maybe you all know what to do. All right, we would like to play first. Guess I'm keeping. Play the Ancient Den. Springleaf Drum, pass the turn. Island for the opponent. Play Dawnmare Cleric. Gain some life. I'm gonna cycle for an island. They're brainstorming on my turn in response to my Ash Barrens. You could just like go yield until next end step and then brainstorm. Like, come on. This is just making me take extra actions. To wait for them to be done and then, yeah. All right, there we go. Plays a land. Island. Glitters. Spell Pierce. Okay, pay. I have a 5/7 now. Pretty solid. So they can't deal with it with Cast into the Fire. They have to have exactly Echoing Truth. Otherwise, they're just going to get attacked. They'll have to chump every single turn. There's a snow-covered island. We did continue to have the Aqueous Form in the deck. So if they tap out, we can go Pilgrim, Aqueous Form, attack. The Brainstorm. Kind of expect them to play an Augur of Bolas here after the Brainstorm. What are they going to do? They're going to exile one of my lands, maybe? Okay. I'll just attack you for 7 or 5 then. You're at 15. They have no life gain in their deck. Another land gets exiled. Okay. This is a losing strategy. Did not do anything with these cards really. They land. So I can't all that glitters right now because they could have Spell Pierce. So send 5. You're 10. They blow up my artifact. Plays a Tolarian Terror. Play another artifact. Play another glitters. Kill your terror. This gameplay is very odd. Just have a big creature and just wait for you to die. All right. Let's keep it. Keep it the way it was. I guess if they're gonna go after all my stuff, maybe Wind Zendikon's okay, or Blacksmith's Skill. This hand seems fine. We have Thraben Inspector, 1 artifact, 2 artifact. We can ephemerate the Thraben Inspector, 3 artifacts. Not Thoughtcast that turn though. Land Inspector. Play a Brainstorm. So now we have 1 artifact, then this is 2, 3. Then we can tap, and Thoughtcast. At this point, if they go after my lands, it'll be a problem, probably. They're passing the turn after playing a snow-covered mountain. I think here I can attack for 1 first. I have the loose focus. I feel like they have an abrade or a cast into the fire. I just want to trade with it. They're gonna lightning bolt. I'll attempt to ephemerate. You have a spell pierce. Spell pierce. No spell pierce. All right. So now we're on 3 artifacts. Cast into the fire on the Seed of the Synod. Fine. I'll play an Augur of Bolus. Okay, that's different. Not what I thought. They didn't just go all in on the cast into the fires this time. But what do they find? A fiery cannonade. All right. They have a land. They do have a land. It's an Ash Barrens. Ephemerate the Thraben. So now we have enough for a Thoughtcast. Let's play a Thoughtcast. Springleaf Drum. I could play another Springleaf Drum here. I think I should just Thoughtcast looking for a land. Cast again. There's a land. Now I have Spell Pierce. I'm feeling pretty covered at the moment. They're brainstorming. We could, like, go Springleaf Drum, Inspector, Thoughtcast. Springleaf Drum, Inspector, Thoughtcast. Then we'll have 2 mana available. So we can lose focus a Murmuring Mystic, or just use our mana to crack the clues. They play a Mountain and a Gorilla Shaman. That's mean. I guess they can go after my clues now. I don't have any way to deal with the Gorilla Shaman. We will Thoughtcast. On a Rustvale Bridge. Play a Springleaf Drum. Play another Thraben Inspector. Play another Springleaf Drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 mana if we have enough creatures. So we can play creature and then play Heliod's Pilgrim. And then we have, like, they can go after the Springleaf Drums. Tough. Not deal with the Gorilla Shaman. But they can't really afford to Cannonade, because then they'll kill their Gorilla Shaman. They have 3 cards in hand. They can blow up my Springleaf Drum or go after my clues. My poor clues! They're blowing up the clues, leaving up 1 interactive spell. Play a land. Play Heliod's Pilgrim. We're going to grab a Glitters. Put it on the Thraben Inspector. We have Spell Pierce available. Spell Pierce. Now we have a 10 power creature. We have Loose Focus. We can't really use the Loose Focus. We have to get blue sources. I want to crack the clues if I can, but they can just use all their mana to kill my clues. They're using their mana to kill the clues. They're very serious about using the Gorilla Shaman. I guess it makes the Thraben smaller, so that's true. They're like, I want the Cannonade, but I want my Gorilla Shaman to live. Okay. Raven Inspector. Crack the clue right away. Cleric can be okay. Play the Cleric, gain some life. Oh, I could also, like, exile a card from their graveyard. Let's just exile a Lorien. Make their terror cost more mana. And swing out. Or just swing with this one. Swing with 2 creatures. I'm going to sacrifice the Augur Bolus. Okay. Do you Cannonade? Cycles Lorien revealed. They can kill a Springleaf Drum for 3 mana. Then they have to, like, use the Fiery Cannonade. Kill the Gorilla Shaman. I'll tap it for mana. Play all that glitters on my other Thraben Inspector. They're going to Cannonade. We can counter. And we win. Got the 3-2. Deck was wonky. Super wonky. I'm not sure if I enjoyed playing it, but it wasn't really my style. It wasn't as explosive as I was hoping, but I'm really, really happy to have gotten a 3-2 there. I hope that you had fun watching me flounder through this list. I hope that you're enjoying Pauper as well, and I'll see you in the next video.